Hey everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to Star Technologies. Last time we were working on our electric blast furnace, upgrading its coils and its overclocking to HV, and we've got some cool jack boots so I can fly. I did finish off the Canthal coils. They were not too bad, only did 128 ingots. Cooked them in the old blast furnace and then ran them over and dropped them in the chemical bath with a little bit of distilled water, and we got our all Canthal. Once replaced the Coopernicker with Canthal, then I can go ahead and get the silicon ingots, which are going to be our big thing that we're going to need for applied energistics. I've been processing down clay dust in this electrolyzer, and that gives us a bunch of silicon dust. And that is what you put in here. Again, it cooks faster if you put in some nitrogen, but we're just getting it slowly. And the hot ingots need to go back into the chemical bath. As far as power, this is working fine. This 4 amp setup here, MV4 amp with 2 MV energy hatches. But we were running out of power over on this side, in the generation side, in this cell. And what I did is I took the second connector, which you saw, but I put it in a different side of the flux cell. And now I can get 16,000 and it's working fine. That technically actually only uses 480 when it's running. Yeah, 480. So multiply that by 4, you get about 2,000. So we're really okay. I don't know why it was draining so fast, but this works. The problem with that is now this one drains. So it does have 4 million, so it takes a while, but eventually this ore processor will stop working. Look, I've got this room lit up and all prepared for applied energistics today. Because of that, this power I know can run out if I'm running all my machines. I want to put applied energistics on a completely separate power network, and that way I don't have to worry about these machines using up all the power, applied energistics going offline, and everything breaking. So we're going to power that up with a dynamo, and specifically the lapidary dynamo. It was really easy to make. Cobalt brass we just got recently. Everything else we've had for a while. So I put that in the assembler, and we've got the lapidary dynamo. And by itself, it does pretty decent. We'll throw some diamonds in there, and that will give us 300,000 RF. Now, if we can get to a diatron, that'll give us over almost 2 million. Problem is the diatrons, you mix them, let's see, with diamond dust and energium dust, both which I can get, but I would need an HV mixer, which I can't get yet. So we can't do diatrons. So diamonds will have to do, but we can upgrade the dynamo to different tiers. And so if you just search for dynamo, you guys see all the things you can put in it. And the first one is the LV upgrade kit. The problem with the MV is this signalum. I would need to melt signalum, so I'm going to have an MV extractor. And then I also need an MV fluid solidifier and everything else. So I just built the basic one for now. So if we get some liquid tin and all of this stuff here. Actually, no, I did build the fluid solidifier. I've got soul infused glass. So I probably just needed one more machine. Oh, well, I ran out of circuits. So I got lazy. I'm like, well, I could just use this soul infused. So yeah, that's our recipe there. We need our liquid tin. Let me get a cell. Grab some tin out of there. Oh, I don't have a full bucket, so yeah. Oh, did you really? Okay, so we're going to be in the assembler, liquid tin, a bunch of this crap, and finish off that. Did it use up exactly how much tin we had left? Wow, okay. It used exactly how much tin. That was kind of cool. So we can throw those away, and now we should have our upgrade. Okay. I grab this clay dust while I can and throw it in here. Keep going. Okay, so that is that, and now we should probably get into applied energistics. So I've gone and done a stack of our silicon ingots, cooled them off, so they are ready. I need to, let's go ahead and bend half of them just to get plates. The others I'm going to keep in ingot form just in case. Oh, our inventory is completely full. Again, well, that's what we're aiming to fix today. So let's just put them back in here and I'll know where they are. Yeah, chemical bath. Let's get started on applied energistic stuff then. And let's get the controller. Fluix crystals, we can start there, are going to be mixing redstone, nether quartz, easy, water, easy, charged Certus. So we're going to need some Certus quartz crystals. I think we have a bunch. These you can get through autoclaving, the Certus quartz dust. So we'll go ahead and charge these up. And that will get us the charge. Then we're going to need some redstone. And some quartz. Okay. And that, oops, two there. These go in the advanced mixer with water, which I've already got in there. Now we'll get us some fluix. 2 crystals. Okay. And we need, what, 4? Here we go. 4 crystals for that, so we'll be good there. A star steel frame. Let's see if we can make one of those. No, we just need a bunch of steel rods. Goes through the lathe. Oh, we haven't silenced that one yet. Oh, no, it's okay. So there's our silicon plates. Now, to make all of the processors, we need the we need an alloy smelter, an MV, which we have, but we need the presses. And so those are all going to come in an MV forming press, and they're all going to take a double star steel plate. And where's, yeah, and a diamond, silicon, Certus quartz, and a gold. Can I steal one of these? So let's get some double. Yeah, we don't have a bender yet, so we'll just make them with a hammer. Oh, of course. Oh. Oh, we need to make more these. So let's get our star steel frames. Some more double things there. Okay. Let's get our forming press. So we need a diamond, a Certus quartz, a gold, and a silicon. Should have one of those still in here, unless it processed them all. It did. We should have more in here then. And our forming press is here. I think we can just throw it all in there and it will just find the first available recipe and do it. And then we're going to want a bunch of printed silicon, which is why we have the silicon plates, and that's in the alloy smelter. Okay. It's a pretty quick recipe, not too bad. Credit everywhere. Where are we getting credit? Somewhere in here? Or over here? I don't know. Somewhere we got quest credit for doing the press. Here's our silicone. The logic press will need gold plates. Few, but we should probably get some more. Then we're going to need diamond plates. Those are not just flattening out a diamond. You got to grind it up, do some other stuff to it. Cutter of a diamond block. I remember that. Okay. We have our cutter, and it's still got lubricant in it. Good, 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 good. And then this one's the diamond, and our last one. It's going to be Certus quartz plates. What? Cut a block of Certus. I switched our whatever this thing is, the rock filtration one to be on circuit 3, which gives you more silicon. So I'm not getting any aluminum anywhere, but I have easy ways to get that with clay. So we've got some silicon, not a ton. I guess it's not a very good recipe if we haven't upgraded it, but we should be able to get a block where it's no, is it? No. So we can just compress. How do we get a block of Certus quartz? Oh, Certus quartz crystals. Gotcha. Now it would need autoclaving. Okay, let's just go to the compressor, which I think we got rid of actually. But I can take out the alloy smelter because we have the next version up of that. So let's do 8 of those. Okay, I'm going to take you out. Old one's in there. Diamond plates, that's engineering, right? Yep. Mixers, done. Where are we? We're working here. Let's use diamond. Okay. Oh, it's not outputting. I was like, whoa, did I do something wrong? So will we need like 4 alloy smelters or alloy furnaces? Just put one in each. That's kind of a pain because like if I'm doing automation, right, I can't like say put these both in and then pull this out. I think there's a multi-block alloy smelter that we can use, and that way we could have 4 different inputs. Let's see. I don't know. Anyway, we got a bunch of circuits. Now, to actually make these, we have to put them together again. Okay. So that's why we need a bunch of these. Let's just get 2 at a time for now. That gets us all this stuff. Now, it says energy acceptor, but I don't think you really need one. I think you can pump the RF right into a ME controller, right? But it's quartz glasses. I don't have a lot of Certus. You can't use silicon dust. It requires you to use Certus quartz. Like normally quartz glass you can make out of other stuff, but anyway, all right, so we can probably now craft our enemy controller. Oh no, we need 4 diamonds. Okay. Take these back out. Beautiful. Now can we make this thing? There we go. So that's our enemy controller. We've got power. We need to get cabling, and the cabling was pretty easy. If you put Fluix in a wire mill, we can get that. So might as well take the rest of our Fluix up so we have more cables. And then also quartz in the wire mill will make the quartz fiber. Is this good for anything else other than, yeah, I probably made way too much of it. Oh well. We got Fluix. Perfect. And we might need to make this. We'll see. I don't want to use up the glass if we don't have to. So let's grab our stars and then head over to the Applied Energistics chapter, which is now opened up. And I just need to grab the quartz fibers out of here. Get credit for that quest. We're not going to go to covered cables yet. I might. And remember that we increased our channels by 4x. I might just completely disable them. We'll see how much in the way it gets. But one of the things we really need to do is get some storage so that we can get rid of this big old chest. So let's work on that. We just need 2 more diamond ones. Got one of the diamonds. So we'll go boom, boom. And then while that is cooking up, we have everything else for that. Let's look at cell housings. So quartz dust and that kind of stuff. Easy peasy. Oops, let's try and make 4 of those. Then we need to make some actual storage in there. So let's get the 1K storage components. That takes the Certus quartz crystal. Okay, looks like we're autoclaving. Oh, I did a bunch of autoclaving. Oh, I'm smart. I planned ahead. Spit on me. Silly llama. Okay. I don't know why I run into this machine to craft everything, but I just feel like I have to. So this, yeah, 1K, click here, go there. Let's get 3 or 4 of these. Need more logic processors. Okay. Bunch of diamond ones. Some gold ones. You want 2 more of these? Yeah. So we'll take you out. Okay. Storage drive made. And I think we just put these 1K in their housing. Done. I'll upgrade to better storage amounts later, but right now we're making it on the cheap. just to get it going. Okay, so 2 more 1Ks. We've got 4 of those. All right. While this is sitting here, we'll just go ahead and do the rest of those. I'm going to put all of this in here. Okay, let's go hook everything up. I'm going to want to get another drawer. Let's fill this up with diamonds. Now we're going to come in here, and we'll have a bigger ME controller set up later, but for right now, let's just put one in the very middle. And I want to try just putting the dynamo right into it. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll try. Does this have auto input? No. So we'll get an item pipe. Put that there. I probably should get a cell. That's got 50k of storage. Oh, we'll try this. Okay. Diamonds there. Pump those in there. It's going. Do you getting power? You are getting power. Yeah, we don't need energy acceptor. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and put, I think, storage off to the side. That is online. So now we just need a way to access our network. And so we've got the crafting terminal. That's going to take these. Illuminated panel. Missing quartz glass. Missing quartz. Oh yeah, because I put it in the chest over here. Quartz glass. Illuminated panel. Terminal. Okay, I need a gold one. Which one uses gold? Engineering? No, that's diamond, right? Scriber. Oh, they're both inscribers. Okay, this one now. Okay, formation core. Oh, needs another gold. Okay. See fluids. Oh, of course, I used up all our fluids into cables. Wonderful. Here, what am I doing more of them for? How did we get off on our amounts? That's weird. Water. I was like, what is going on? Don't I just have water over here somewhere? Yes. Crystal, can I macerate this? That's a bender, so no. Good, okay. I was worried I was going to have to get an MV macerator. Okay, now can we get the formation core? We can. Get the other core. Annihilation. Didn't I just... What? Didn't I just use 2? I should have used 1. Oh, because it was in the recipe. I hate when it, Logistics does that, or Tom's does that. It's sitting in here. Anyway. Yeah, see we had an extra one. Okay. Done, and terminal... Gold. Sweet. And then last but not least, crafting terminal. Okay. So I think when this thing's... It'll just stay there. Okay, so it does waste a little bit, I think, maybe. Let's go ahead and put a cable here. Terminal on that. Okay. We're gonna make this a little bit bigger. Where's the size one? Tall. Full height. All right, full height. Terminal settings. Use JEI. Okay. Number of items. I think we're good. Okay, let's just start dumping stuff in here and see how we do on our storage. Start from the bottom. Oh, this is going to be a pain. Okay. 276 bytes used. Yeah. It's not... Applied logistics is not the greatest storing single items, right? Unstackable items. It's really good when you, like, throw all this flint in here. Yeah, that used barely any bytes. And I'm probably going to have a storage room that's connected to a storage controller that uses a input, like a whatever, applied logistics connected to it. And what's it called? A bus? Maybe a bus? I don't know. So that we don't have to store some of these things in here. Didn't I say number of items? Oh, descending. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do this in between episodes, but we now have big storage system. Already full of the first one and working on the second one. Cool. Where else do we need to go to? Auto crafting would probably be our next ordeal. Oh, an interface. That's what I meant. And the storage bus. Okay, I was right, storage bus. So let's see interface here. We can actually make this. Problem now is half our stuff is in the applied logistics, half is in here. So did we throw our core in here? Oh, it's gonna be sad. Oh, where's... Oh, it just gets rid... Oh, I get it. You just use the JEI thing. I like that. Okay. So we can make an interface, and just as an idea, if you've never worked with applied logistics in auto crafting with GregTech machines, I can move some of these machines over closer, obviously, into a crafting room, but then I'll replace things like this barrel with an interface, and then I'll have a crafting recipe that I'll put here, and it will output stuff into this machine, and then we'll tell it to auto export back down into the interface, and so we can then automate each of these. So I'll need one interface for all of these, and I believe there's like a super interface. What's it called? A mega interface, sorry. And that holds a much bigger amount of patterns. And that just needs an IV circuit, apparently. Okay. Oh, the extended interface. Okay. So mega is even bigger, but we can do this extended by getting capacity cards, which are pretty easy to get. Yeah, he's not bad at all. Okay, what else do we want to do? We probably want to get a crafting terminal as well. Patterns, not too bad. Yeah, I think we're going to be in a problem since half our stuff is here, half is in applied logistics. So I think we're going to just make a short episode today, and I'm just going to spend the time crafting up storage drives and moving all of this stuff into applied logistics, and that way we can auto-craft out of there and completely get rid of this chest. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your comments. A lot of people have been posting really, really helpful comments about just things that I miss or just overlooked. And I appreciate all the comments you've been giving. So please keep doing it. Thanks for watching, subscribe, like, comment. See you next time. Bye.